On February 21st, 2022, former police chief William Anthony Spivey failed to appear in court. It was feared Spivey had taken his own life to avoid prosecution for at least 70 crimes. He was found 2 days later and arrested. He is awaiting extradition. Hey everybody, and welcome to True Crime Paranormal with the Psychic Sisters. I'm Christy Brower, here with my sister, co-host, and partner in crime, Katie Weaver. Hey Katie.
Hello.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going good.
Glad to hear it. This is our Wednesday case. We've had some barn burners for you this week, and we're not going to disappoint today.
Oh no,
either.
we're going out with a bang. I promise.
We are. Yeah, this has just been a week of just real head scratchers, and we have more to share with you. So, Katie, I think you're going to kick us off with some WTF news, yes? Okay.
Well, in today's edition of WTF News, there have been some charges filed, but have people feeling, well, surprised and a little hurt and probably a little bit, well, murderous too. Back in 2016, a woman named Sherri Papini vanished from her neighborhood. She'd gone out for a jog. She lived in California. She had gone out for a job in Redding, California, and vanished. And her community came out in spades. Hundreds and hundreds of volunteers searching every day for her. Donations of money, food to feed all of the volunteers, and water. People the community came together hardcore.
Wow.
Looking for her, taking care of each other. I mean, Sherri just pulled the community together. Well, 22 days after she went missing, she turned up. She said that she had been kidnapped and had been being beaten for the last 22 days by 2 Hispanic women. She couldn't,
you don't hear that every day.
Right? She couldn't otherwise identify them. She was very light on info about what had happened to her, but just that she'd been kidnapped and been being held and beaten by these 2 Hispanic women. That's what she knew. Well, they've been investigating this crime now since 2016. So, for the last 6 years, they've been trying to figure out what in the world happened to Sherri and who kidnapped her. And her family was just so grateful to have her home. And the neighborhood was so grateful to have her home because she gave them a pretty good scare. And that was in Shasta County, but in a neighboring county, about the same time, another woman disappeared. Her name was Stacy Smart. And that case was also a really hard and scary one. And luckily, this person was found. And so they were really relieved.
Sure.
Well, those neighbors were pretty pissed this week to discover that Sherri, on March 3rd, has been charged and arrested with making false claims to law enforcement. Because guess what? She was having an affair.
Are you serious? And she's let this go this whole time?
She didn't vanish at all. She was just several hours away with an old boyfriend for a few weeks.
What? Good God. And she let everybody think that she was missing and then came back and said she'd been kidnapped. Wow.
Well, and of course you have the, higher economic class white woman claiming that it was the Hispanics who did it,
Oh, racist shithead.
It's disgusting.
Wow.
And all of these people who really sacrificed trying to find her and were so afraid about this, but also Sherri Papini went missing too, for Christ's sake, and she did not get the same support from the community. She did not get the resources. It
Yeah.
was all taken away from, or not Sherri Papini. Sherri Papini was this lady, Stacy Smart. Stacy Smart's case did not get the resources that it needed because they were all looking for this fool.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. So she's been charged, and it sounds like the law enforcement is pissed and would like to really throw the book at her. So I hope they do, because you
I
know
hope they
what?
do too. That's a terrible thing to do to people.
That's a horrible thing to do to people.
And the
Yeah,
waste
to
of
her
resources.
her family, her neighbors are wasting for 6 years now the resources of trying to figure out what happened to her.
Just chasing down
Really
a
sick.
total lie. Wow.
Mhm.
Well,
Yep.
I hope she has the day she deserves.
Me too, Sherri.
Hmm.
So I'm going to kick it back over to you for our main case, who also needs to have the day they deserve.
Oh. Okay. So this is William Spivey. And this is the most priceless arrest picture I've ever seen in my life. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell you about our friend William Spivey.
The not friend of the show.
Not friend of the show, William Spivey. So William Spivey was a police officer and eventually the police chief of the Chadbourn Police Department in Chadbourn, Columbus County, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So he's had some challenges going on for a while. He got he lied to a doctor to get an oxycodone prescription in 2017. Now, a lot of this, I think, comes down to some pretty significant drug use and drug problem.
Mm-hmm.
The problem being that this dude was the chief of police.
Yeah.
So in April of 2018, he becomes the interim chief of the Chadbourn Police Department,
Mm-hmm.
and then later was actually named the permanent chief. So between August of 2018 and March of 2021, he was the police chief, and he was also regularly raiding the evidence room, stealing narcotics, firearms, and thousands of dollars in cash.
As you do, apparently.
If you're the chief of police, my God.
If you're this chief of police.
So, there was a misconduct investigation into him, and he was relieved of duty. And
Weird.
Yeah, right?
He flamed out pretty quick.
He did flame out pretty quick, 2.5 years, but
Mhm.
he did some pretty good damage. He's facing about 70 charges right now.
70.
70. Yeah, like, I mean, he's been eating his Wheaties. That's all I'm saying. So
I hope his lawyer has.
yeah, he went to work as a mechanic after he was fired from the police force. He also was lying about missing prescriptions of oxycodone to get more, you know.
Oh, God.
Obviously, there's a drug problem going on here. That's part of it. So in April of 2021, he was arrested and charged with 31 felonies. Altering, stealing, or destroying evidence, embezzlement by a public official, trafficking opiates, obtaining a controlled substance by prescription by misrepresentation, and one count of obtaining controlled substance by fraud. So tons of charges.
Mhm.
So then in June of 2021, he's also charged with embezzling $8,000 that was meant for a family who lost a son to leukemia, some kind of police fundraiser in which he kept the cash.
Oh, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So in August, he posts a $500,000 bond on all these charges and is released. Then in January, because this dude just cannot stop, in January of this year, he gets arrested because he's now working as a mechanic. and he's been stealing catalytic converters from the auto repair shop where he works.
Oh my God.
What? Dude. Okay, so so he gets charged with that, then he's released because stupid. And they say, he's coming back to court in February of this year. Didn't appear, said he had the coronavirus, which he didn't.
Mm.
And so then the hearing got rescheduled for February 21st of this year. So in the meantime, the prosecutor is trying to get his bond revoked and get his ass back in jail because he just cannot stop offending. He's clearly in a huge spiral, but they,
Right.
he's getting a little, I think, friendliness because he was a cop, I'm afraid, because
Mhm.
they wouldn't do that. So,
Wow. That's actually pretty astonishing.
yeah. So he calls his Aunt Brenda at the end of February and says he's having some problems, you think, and that he's suicidal and that he needs to come and stay with her. So then the next day he's supposed to have court and he doesn't show up. Well, his boat is found out on the river, and there's a note and there's a gun with one bullet has been fired and he's nowhere to be found. So people immediately think, well, oh no, he's, taken his own life, right? Well, at this point, I kind of think the cops are a little wise to him because they have had enough of his shit. So they go investigating this and decide this doesn't really seem like a suicide. Like it seems like it's too set up. But basically, a statement goes out that he's missing. There's an investigation for him. And then when this moment occurs, with this look of bewilderment upon his dumb face, it's because they found him hiding in a crick behind the apartment complex of Aunt Brenda.
Mhm.
And so then this post is posted to the Columbus County Sheriff's Facebook page, which I love this because I think that Columbus County has had enough of this dumb shit. It says, arrest made in Spivey's pseudocide investigation. So they seem to be rather thrilled that they have now caught his dumbass. So he is awaiting extradition from Aunt Brenda's house. He is in jail, and fortunately, they are not going to be releasing him. They're not going to be letting him out on bond at any point, but he will be extradited back to North Carolina, and he's facing 70 charges right now.
Including pseudocide. Now,
Including pseudocide, yes. I mean,
now,
whatever the hell that is.
the aunt and uncle were arrested too, weren't they?
Yes, there were some family members arrested for potentially assisting him, letting him drive their vehicle. Yeah, there was a little bit of helping him get out of town that some family members are in trouble for. But yeah, there you go. Spivey did not commit pseudocide. Well, he did commit pseudocide.
Yes.
However, this dude needs, the prosecutor said, we need to get him off the street. He is not safe.
Yeah.
Because he's obviously in a huge spiral. And at this point, anything could go. I don't know. What's he going to steal next?
This is like Trailer Park Alex Murdaugh,
It is, yes. I was thinking that there's some similarities to Alex Murdaugh. I mean, this guy might even have more charges than Alex Murdaugh, which I didn't even think was possible. And he didn't hire a very unsuccessful hitman. He just tried to fake it himself. So yeah.
Saving
this
some
was
cash.
not an attempted assisted suicide like in Alex Murdaugh. It's a pseudocide.
Yes.
So Spivey he's done at this point. They now have him and he won't be stealing
Getting
from
back
anyone else
out.
again. And I mean,
Yeah.
hopefully he gets some help for his clearly significant drug problem.
Yeah. Well, okay then.
So there you go. The police have coined a new term, pseudocide. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Apparently.
Yeah. Well, I think you have a little creepy crime for us, don't you?
I have some weird crime time.
You have some weird crime time for us. All
Mhm.
right.
If you're in Denver,
Hmm.
be really careful what kind of boxes you open for the next little while, because there's been a hell of a crime.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. There was a medical truck that was robbed a couple of days ago.
Okay.
And what they stole was a dolly and a big box.
Mm.
The box is blue and white. This is the warning. Listen to these details so that you know. The box is blue and white, and it has a label on it that says exempt human specimen. There's
Oh.
also a label that says science care written on the box. Science care is a program dedicated to taking human bodies or remains as donations that are meant to enhance scientific education and research according to their website.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, indeed. What's in the box?
What is in the box?
This is not funny.
Isn't it? Because it's kind of starting to feel funny. I don't know.
It's not going to be funny to the families, but it's full of
I don't even know what it's full of, but I'm already laughing. So it's full of what?
That's really terrible. The box is full of human heads.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Like multiple
Yeah,
human heads?
yeah. Multiple
Wow.
human heads. Yeah, that were donated to science, and someone has stolen them.
What what did they think they were stealing? I mean,
I don't know, kidneys or something.
I really wanted to put their heads together on this one, I guess.
Oh no!
Sorry.
The police have said this is it's a real head scratcher.
Oh, somebody opens that box, they're going to be a real head case. Oh, that's terrible. But what the hell would someone want with a box of human heads?
I don't know. I mean, they probably didn't know, I guess.
Well, I mean, okay, so you're the thief. You have the box of human heads. Now you know you've stolen them. What the hell are you going to do with them? Like,
I don't know. Do you think these are just some idiots that had no idea what they were getting a hold of and opened that box and ran in horror? I mean, where are they?
where are they? Oh my God, that's horrible. This is horrible. It's
It is
not funny at all. Oh my God.
it is horrible. It's horrible because what the hell? And why would you steal this? But basically, the
Right?
police are saying if you see this box, don't open it and call us because we're looking for it. Yeah.
Don't open it.
I was curious to know how many heads are in this box, but I've looked at quite a few articles, and the best I can find is that it's filled with human heads. That's what we know.
Filled.
Filled.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Wow.
me too. But anyway, so that's kind of horrifying. Now, what would be worse is if these heads start showing up.
Right.
You know, like what if somebody really gets weird and they start showing up around town or something? Like, I don't know. I know it sounds really
Sitting on a bench at the bus depot or something.
right. Or there was actually a female torso found in a shopping cart in a garbage bag. Also this week in another part of the country. There's body parts showing up everywhere.
Good God, just don't open any boxes. If they don't have your name on them, just walk away.
And for God's sake, don't open a box that looks like it's some kind of medical specimen.
Yeah, I mean, I think those stickers are on the box for a reason. Like,
Yeah.
heads up. I can't stop. I can't stop. Oh, wow.
All right.
Okay. Well,
so now
that
you
is
know.
some weird crime.
I told you this would be a real head turner.
Well, I'm glad you told us about it so that we can all be ahead of the game on this one.
No.
Okay. Well, you guys, I don't know about you, but we've had a barn burner of a week. If you have
Yes, we
listened, this
have.
is our Wednesday episode. It has been a week of some weird, often
Between the Easter eggs
hilarious
full of
shit.
porn.
The
And
Easter eggs full of porn. The guys wearing melons on their heads in the grocery store and then later robbing the liquor store with the same masks on. I don't know, you guys. It's been a week, but we hope we made you laugh and brought you some important information.
As well.
Yes, it is Wednesday, so we will be back tonight. I will be back because Katie is
Mhm.
away, but I will be back tonight with case updates, which I'm sure there will be many because there have been many lately.
Yeah.
And then I will be back on Thursday night with the Psychic Hour. So we have lots more great programming to come. And of course, if you haven't already, be sure to watch and listen to the rest of the episodes this week. You will not be disappointed, I promise.
It is wild. It's just been a wild week. Yep.
It really, really has. Well, you know it. We are True Crime Paranormal with the Psychic Sisters. Thanks for being here.
Take care.